Hey, you!
That's really not my problem.
Nobody wants to know.
But no. he
Show me your
insisted he
wares.
let her.
Certainly, bro.
Same old thing all over again.
That's been known a long time.
I've got no time for things like that.
It's a bad business.
Hey!
That's not what I heard.
Hey! Will you stay on Bengar's farm now?
Sure. I'll have to see this through now. We'll manage somehow.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Hey! Malik is back.
It's about time. I thought I'd never see him again.
I found you the mercenary you wanted.
I've never seen anyone like that on my farm. I can only hope it'll work out. Here, take this. I think you'll find it useful.
Who to believe these days?
It'll be all right.
Malik is here again, but the situation has hardly changed. Unless a miracle happens, all of us here are gonna get wiped out.
You already know what I think. Of course we got him in the end. That's been known a long time.
Everything going well?
Sure. Everything's quiet.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Wouldn't be so sure. I've heard a thing or two.
Hey! Hey, you!
No idea. You tell me.
He doesn't even know how to hold a
Things
sword.
I could tell you.
But he knew that all along.
The mercenary?
Most of them came from another.
I never knew that. Telling you anything new.
I've got my own opinion about that.
How's it going?
If all those stories about dragons are actually true, we should get a few people together and go flatten those beasts.
I'm not telling you anything new. I'm telling you anything new.
It's the first I've heard of it. I get so worked up.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
More, believe me.
I don't believe it.
Man, and here I was thinking they'd really hang me.
Well, it worked all right in the end.
That's...
You can say that again. You should have seen the face of the soldier when he had to let me out. He was so scared, he almost did it in his pants. Which reminds me, I've got something for you.
What do you mean?
A present.
That's all just gossip.
What present?
We have heard of the dragons that are said to be in the valley.
They're really there.
All right, I believe you. At any rate, some of the boys have decided to go into the valley as well. They're planning to tidy up in there.
What's that got to do with me?
I've developed a new type of armor, dragon hunter's armor. It's sturdier and lighter than traditional armor.
He said that.
Since you're the one who saved me, I want you to have the first piece. It's a gift. I thought you might want to be in on the fun. You're gonna need the right equipment when you go down to that valley. Also, I'm interested in dragon scales. Genuine dragon scales. I shall pay you a good price for them.
How much do I get per scale?
200 gold pieces.
Off myself. That's all just gossip.
What about What do you...
That all along really didn't deserve that.
That's not what I heard. I thought about it differently.
You really didn't deserve that. I believe everything you hear.
Average. Nobody will learn anything from me.
Got my own opinion about that.
Can I have some more of your stew?
I heard you helped Bennett get out of jail. Good job, kid.
Staying out of it.
Hey,
I've heard a thing or two.
You listen to the wrong people.
Really? Wouldn't be so sure.
You listen to There's nothing you can do about it.
You have to step in and sort things out.
I've got an old coin here.
Show me. Oh, yeah? That won't bring much on the open market. I'll pay you a gold piece for it. Exactly as much as it used to be worth.
It's a deal.
Good. If you have any more of those, you'll know where to find me.
Interested in some more old coins?
Sure. Do you still have any?
A few.
Thanks. Here's your money. Bring me all you can find.
I agree with you completely.
But he knew that all along.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Is it really true?
Any news about Bennett?
At least he doesn't seem to have suffered any lasting damage in jail. Good work.
I agree with you completely.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That was obvious. He really said that.
I'm like this forever.
Nobody wants to know.
Will it ever change?
Hey. And? Back to work, are you?
Oh, man. They didn't get anything done while I was gone. Now I'll have to delve into those construction plans again.
Oh well, don't let me keep you then.
All right. Have a good trip. That was obvious.
Hey, you!
As if I didn't have enough for him.
Any news?
You're responsible for the best news yourself. They've let Bennett go again. He's back at the farm. Go to him. I think he'd like to thank you himself.
Is it really true?
It can't go on like this forever.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
That's an open secret.
I'm staying out of it.
That's all just gossip.
That's not what I heard.
I couldn't care less.
That's an open secret.
You don't have to tell me that.
That's all just gossip.
And it's going to get even worse. Who says things like that?
Is it really true?
That'll only cause more trouble.
Someone's got to do the work.
You listen to the wrong people.
Really? How interesting.
Everybody.
Hey!
I'm no better off myself.
I'm no better off myself.
Really? How interesting.
Hey!
These are bad times.
It's not what I heard.
I've heard a thing or two.
Do you really believe
There you are again.
I've got a few. I wouldn't.
Good work.
This forever.
that's been known a long time?
It was just like you said.
Show me.
That's the first time.
Instruct me in the art.
What do you...
Show.
I never knew that.
Honestly,
Hey!
I witnessed it myself.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
That's not what I heard.
Couldn't we do business
Someone's gonna
together
do the
after all?
Listen, if you bring me 10 hams and 10 bottles of wine, then I'll deal with you again.
That's
I'll
an
see
open
what I can do. I've got your wares.
Tell this
Show
to
me.
anyone.
It isn't the best quality,
That's an open
but
secret.
in these times you can't be too picky. Now, there's nothing that keeps us from doing business together.
Show me.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Who says things like that?
Hey, you're one of us. Let me tell you something. If you intend to empty some pockets in town, be especially careful with the merchants. They're pretty sharp at watching their stuff, but I can give you a tip. Try to grab the desired object with one hand and wave about with the other. That distracts them.
Someone's got to do the work.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
It works all day, too.
Hey, you.
Can't keep anything to himself.
Hey. About the blood chalices, I've got all 6 chalices now.
Good work. I found a buyer in the meantime. You can have your reward now. Thanks for doing that for me. There's nothing else I have to do for you, but you can learn from me at any time. What's more, there's enough on this island just waiting for a taker.
I've come to pick up my reward.
What's your choice?
Give me the gold.
Can't take care of everything for everybody. That's fair.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Where did you pick that up then?
About the Thieves Guild.
Yes?
I found the hideout of the Thieves Guild.
Where?
In the sewers below the city.
What? We have sealed off the sewers.
It looks like that didn't keep them from spreading out down there.
Have you hunted down the criminals?
I'm working on it.
All right. I shall give you a bit more time to fulfill your mission.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following...
Hey, you! Hey! Nice lighthouse you've got here.
Thank you. Just walk on all the way up the stairs and take in the beautiful view, me lad. Make yourself at home.
Hey! Show me your way.
May in
Hey, you. Hey, you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. But since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Corinus is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
I can see that the rumors are true.
What rumors?
That you've joined up with those dragon hunters. Well, you never were a man of the church. Nevertheless, you're fighting for our cause, and that's what counts.
Is that all?
I'm glad, of course. And the way you look, every orc is bound to be afraid of you.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but nonetheless they're a problem. You are important. You defeated the Sleeper. We may all need your help someday.
Oh well. Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that. But I suspect he's in the city. You know him. Always there when there's something to be had.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
I can't let you into the monastery. I'll get in trouble with the High Council. Without the permission of my superiors, I can't let anyone into the monastery.
I've got a letter from Lord Hagen.
Show me. All right, here's the key to the monastery. Pyrocar is in the church. No one must violate the divine order.
Same old thing all over again.
How are the sheep?
How do you think they are? They stand around and munch grass. I'd rather know what's happening outside. The magicians seem to be very nervous.
Strangers in black robes roam the countryside.
What do you mean? What sort of strangers?
Nobody knows where they've come from. They wear long black robes and they cover their faces. They seem to be some kind of magician. At least they're capable of magic.
That sounds very disturbing, but I'm sure that the High Council will solve this problem.
Why haven't I heard of
There are dragons in the Valley of Mines. They are besieging the royal troops together with the army of orcs.
Dragons? I always thought they only existed in horror stories.
They're there, believe me.
But the king's paladins will deal with them, won't they?
We'll see.
His decision, wasn't it?
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Welcome, my son. Where do you come from?
I've come from the farms.
Then I bid you welcome in the name of hospitality. I hope that you will appreciate it. Do not abuse your place as a guest, or you will have big problems.
He really should have known better.
What's your job here?
I prepare the paladins for their fight against evil.
What is evil?
Evil is everywhere. It is the power of Beliar, the eternal adversary of Innos. It is the all-encompassing blackness which seems to blot out the light of Innos forever. Beliar is the lord of darkness, of hate, and of destruction. Only those among us in whose hearts burns the holy fire of Innos will bear the radiant light of Innos into the world and banish the darkness.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct. In contrast to our community, which honors the word of Innos, the paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above all else. We are the representatives of Innos, but the paladins are his warriors, who go into battle in his name and increase his glory.
Any news?
The enemy has apparently already entered the city.
What do you mean?
One of the paladins, Lothar, was murdered in the street. In broad daylight. It has gone too far, but I fear that is only the beginning.
I couldn't get away with that.
Bennett is innocent. The witness lied.
How do you know that?
I have found proof.
Sometimes I think that treason and greed are our greatest enemies.
So it says in the scriptures.
What's going to happen now?
A murder, moreover, of a paladin is without doubt one of the worst crimes there is. The murderer will undoubtedly be sentenced to death.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
See, that wasn't so hard.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Why haven't I heard about this before?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
That's nothing new.
Believe me.
Nobody ever asks me.
I've got no time for things like that. I couldn't care less.
Hey!
I do not know why you were allowed to enter the monastery. I am Paladin, and I am responsible for our novices. I do not want you to keep them from their work with stupid questions. Is that clear?
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Sure.
I certainly hope so.
I've got no time for things like that.
You already know what
How's it going?
I thank Innos that I can be here in the monastery. I couldn't care less.
You should have known better.
What are you planting here?
We're trying to grow healing plants that Master NotR can use to brew potions.
Never gonna change that.
So, how's it going?
You are only a guest here in the monastery of Innos, and therefore you should act accordingly and not disturb me while I am working. Good day.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
I always act in the name of Innos.
Can I be of assistance to you?
What's your task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
I need a few things. What are you doing here?
I must not speak with you. It's not looked on with favor if we talk to strangers.
No idea.
That doesn't sound terribly happy.
Well, I mean, everything is just fine, really. Only, I don't want to complain.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
And you really won't tell the magicians?
Do I look like I would?
All right. I have a problem with one of the novices. He's got a hold over me.
Come on, spit it out then.
Igaraz, that's the novice, found some of my private papers. He threatened to give them to the magicians if I don't do what he says.
Maybe I can help you.
You would do that?
Well, that depends, of course.
Naturally, I'd pay you for that.
How much?
Of course, I don't have much money, but I could give you a spell scroll. I have a healing spell.
I'll see what I can do.
Honestly, it just has to work. It has to. So, you only need to find out where Igaraz keeps the stuff. Then you swipe it from him, and everything will be just fine.
Relax. You just continue for now. I'll see to the rest.
Cause more trouble. That will never change. Haven't I heard about this before?
And there's more.
Hey, what can I do for you?
We need to talk about Babo.
Yes? What's wrong?
You've got something which belongs to Babo.
What might that be?
A few papers. Babo would like them back.
He would, wouldn't he? I can imagine. Unfortunately, I prefer to keep them, which brings us to a bit of a dilemma.
I've got your documents.
Really? Oh, thanks. You've saved me. I don't know how to thank you.
Yeah, just calm down.
Are they really mine? Are you sure? Show me.
Here they are.
Yes, they're complete. Did you look at them?
Does that make a difference?
No, just as long as I have them back. Whew, now I hope I can rest easy again.
Hey!
What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
Can I learn from you?
I pass on my knowledge only to members of our church.
Could you brew me a potion?
Do you doubt my abilities? I can brew any potion.
Fine.
Not so fast. Naturally, you must bring me the ingredients and pay a small fee for expenses, as well as for the materials.
How much do you ask?
For the brewing itself, I charge 10 gold pieces.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relics?
Here rests the Hammer of Innos, along with the Shield of Fire. These are the most important relics of Church of Innos, outside the capital of the realm.
Tell me about the shield.
The Shield of Fire was borne by Dominic in the battle on the Southern Isles. But the power of the shield is never to be wielded again. Therefore, we have nailed it to the wall.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. With this hammer, Saint Robar slew the stone sentinel. The Holy Scriptures say that the stone sentinel was invulnerable. He stood in battle like a tower, and the weapons of his enemies were smashed on his skin of stone. With the name of Innos on his lips, Robar hurled himself at the monster and crushed it with one mighty blow of his hammer.
I'll never get this open without the right key.